thoughts on Jack Doherty?
Shocking dogs and shit.
He's a pussy.
Why?
Because it's Jack Doherty, bro. He's a pussy, bro. If he doesn't have no security, bro, he's pussy. Where's he at? Is he behind me? Where's he at?
Would you pull up on him?
I would pull up on him, but like no security, like I'll pull up on him. I'll pull on him. Where's he at?
So Jack Doherty just got confronted in person at TwitchCon, and honestly it was the most satisfying thing I've seen all week. This man has been running around the internet acting untouchable for way too long, and karma finally showed up in person, because we're talking about a guy who's built his entire career on being the most obnoxious person in any room, hiding behind a 6'5" bodyguard while talking crazy to anyone who will listen. But at TwitchCon, the wall started closing in, and watching Jack squirm was absolutely beautiful. Now, before we get into it, let me just say that this isn't your typical internet beef. This is what happens when you spend years treating people like garbage, scamming your fans, and acting like consequences don't exist. Jack didn't just get called out once, he got checked multiple times by multiple people, and each time was more embarrassing than the last. So let's get into how Jack Doherty's fake tough guy persona just got absolutely demolished in front of thousands of people. Starting with the neon situation, because this is where things really kicked off. Jack showed up to TwitchCon thinking he was going to waltz into every party and event like he owned the place. But Neon, who's also questionable, although to be fair he's actually been working on his reputation and apologizing for his past behavior, so he didn't want anything to do with Jack. So when Jack tried to get into Neon's after party, he got shut down immediately. And I'm not talking about a polite, sorry the list is full type of rejection, I'm talking a full-on get this man out of here moment that had Jack standing outside looking like a lost puppy.
Damn. Get on my back now.
The funniest part was watching Jack try play it cool on stream, acting like he didn't care, but you could see it in his face. This man was hurt, his ego was bruised, and instead of just taking the L and moving on, he decided to hang around outside the party with his crew of clout chasing girls, talking about how the party was probably trash anyway.
All over the most beat party where the most famous person in there is Neon. They're literally crashing out. They're stabbing me in the back over Neon. That's crazy. Fake ass people.
Yo, classic cope behavior. This was kind of like one of those situations when someone gets rejected and then immediately starts telling everyone they were ugly anyway. But that was just the appetizer. The main course came when a group of random guys decided they'd had enough of Jack's attitude and confronted him in the streets. So these guys pretty much just walked up to Jack and started calling him out for all his nonsense. And what does Jack do? He immediately backs behind his security guard and starts stuttering like a broken record. I mean, the guy's literally standing there saying, what you gonna do? And Jack's whole tough guy act just evaporates. No big talk, no more acting like he's untouchable, just pure fear. And his security guard, who Jack pays thousands of dollars to follow him around, is the only thing standing between him and a reality check he desperately needs. The guy even pointed this out, saying Jack wouldn't do anything without a bodyguard there. And you know what? He's absolutely right. So here's the thing that kills me about Jack. He walks around with this massive security guard, wearing hundreds of thousands of dollars in jewelry, talking reckless to anyone he meets, but the second someone actually stands up to him, he folds like a lawn chair. So it's clear that it's all an act. The whole tough guy persona, the aggressive attitude, the constant confrontations, it's all fake. Because when push comes to shove, Jack knows he can't back up anything he says. And people are starting to notice this. So during TwitchCon, multiple streamers called him out and random people on the street pressed him.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. It's you.
Oh, hell no.
Not that.
Was that like 20 minutes ago? He got his hood and a beanie on. Oh, hell no.
No, you won't. We can do.
Respect.
We can do.
You guys want to talk security guard?
We can do.
You guys want to talk security guard?
We can do.
Respect.
Like blunts behind your ear, bro.
This ain't blunts. Come on, you ain't from nowhere, bro.
Get the fuck out of here
with that, man.
Little clip farming ass boy.
Bro from Encinitas.
You had your chance. You didn't do shit.
Bro from Encinitas with that shit.
But wait, it gets better. Because remember those crypto scams Jack pulled? Well, someone actually confronted him about that too. They brought up how he rug pulled multiple meme coins, scamming his fans out of thousands of dollars, and Jack's response, he just denied everything and tried to change the subject.
How come you rugged all those meme coins, bro? On Pump Fun.
I didn't.
What do you mean?
You did.
You're still streaming?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
On Pump Fun?
Streaming on Pump Nah, not on Pump Fun, nah.
Wait, I think that was the time. I mean, you took all the money from those like 4 coins.
I didn't take money from shit. Look at the charts, boy.
You didn't rug them?
Nope.
It was a straight red candle, bro.
No,
on every
it's
single
not.
one of them.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't.
No accountability, no apology, just deflection and lies. It's the same pattern we've seen from him over and over again.
100K top.
Wait, what coin you guys
Do you
looking
think you
at?
can pump a coin and pass?
Alright, you're stupid and retarded. You can't even let me speak, you idiot
Go ahead.
retard.
Go ahead.
Nah,
What,
fuck
can
you.
you speak, you
On that one. Hey, you guys are so fucking dumb. You think I made only 6K?
Yeah, you got 6K.
I mean, the crypto situation is actually insane when you think about it. This man launched multiple coins, pumped them on stream to his young audience, and then dumped them immediately for profit. We're talking about straight up fraud, and when people call him out for it, he acts like they're the crazy ones for being upset. Like, bro, you literally stole from your fans. So the audacity is just unreal. And let's talk about his security guard for a second, because this relationship is fascinating. Jack pays this man to follow him around everywhere, not because he's actually in danger, but because he knows he can't handle confrontation on his own. But even with security, Jack still got his chain snatched earlier this year, while his bodyguard just stood there. He didn't do anything, he just watched it happen. So when shit gets real, what exactly is Jack paying for? Moral support? Because it's clearly not actual protection. Even during the TwitchCon incidents, you could see the security guard's face in some of the clips. This man looked tired, almost like he was questioning every life decision that led him to this moment. I mean, imagine having to follow Jack Doherty around all day, watching him antagonize people and create problems, knowing that eventually you're going to have to step in when someone finally snaps. But back to the confrontations, because what really stood out to me was how different Jack acted when he couldn't control the situation. When he's on his own stream, surrounded by his own crew, he's loud and aggressive and acts like he runs everything. But the second he's in someone else's space, or dealing with someone who's not intimidated by him, he completely changes. The voice gets quieter, the body language becomes defensive, and the whole tough guy act disappears. There was this moment when Kanel Joseph, who's actually a pretty big creator, just casually roasted Jack and confronted him in person.
I don't care, you know?
You just said if Jack pulls
Yeah.
up, you're gonna pull up on him. I just interviewed
Yeah, no, he got to back up, though. He got to back up.
Yeah.
He got to back up.
Why are you gonna pull up on me?
Because you're Jack Doherty. Everybody got to pull up on you.
Yeah.
You thought I was scared of him?
I mean, what have I done to you that makes you so hostile? And,
No. Hey,
Exactly.
you just talk shit about me. You talk
How?
shit about
How have I
everybody.
talked shit about
You
you?
don't remember who you talk shit about.
How have I talked shit about
Bro,
you?
you have talked shit about me.
Show me the
and
clip.
then you
Show me
DM
the
me and be
clip.
like, yo, let's do a video. Like,
Show me the clip.
Two
Was
faced.
How I?
Was it funny?
No, like I don't.
Because I've never spoken about him in my life. He wishes I did, but I never have.
Bro.
He even roasted Jack's crew, calling the girls basic, said Jack was short, and just generally treated him like the joke he is. And Jack couldn't do anything about it.
You wouldn't touch me.
I just did.
But like you wouldn't touch me.
No,
You wouldn't do anything.
I'm not gonna fight you. What does
I
that
know
get?
you're not.
That's
I know
what
you wouldn't do
need.
anything.
That's what you need.
You're a baby. You would not do shit.
He tried to laugh it off, tried to play along, but you could tell it was eating him up inside. Because for once he wasn't the one in control of the narrative.
It's not my main income.
Well, then fucking touch me. Do something.
Why are you stuttering? You nervous?
I'm not. No.
Can I touch your heart?
Yeah, you should.
Damn! Why you nervous?
There was also a moment where one of the girls he was with supposedly took Kanel's microphone, and when he came to get it back, Jack tried to act tough but ended up just looking pathetic. Kanel was calm and collected while Jack was getting increasingly agitated, and it was clear who had the real confidence in that situation. So, because of the type of person Jack is, when you see him getting pressed at TwitchCon, no one actually feels bad for him, not even a little bit. Because this is karma and what happens when you spend years being a terrible person and thinking you're untouchable. Eventually, the universe catches up with you, and for Jack, that moment came at TwitchCon in front of thousands of viewers. And the thing about all of this is that Jack brought it on himself. Nobody forced him to scam his fans, nobody made him treat people like garbage, and nobody told him to act tough when he clearly isn't. He made these choices, and now he's dealing with the consequences. And honestly, these aren't even real consequences yet. He's just getting called out and embarrassed. Imagine if he actually faced legal repercussions for the crypto scams or the other shady stuff he's done. But in saying that, Jack Doherty did finally get a few good reality checks, and it was beautiful to watch. Not because we enjoy seeing people fail, but because sometimes people like Jack need to be humbled, and the universe needs to remind you that actions have consequences. But let me know in the comments what you think about Jack and these confrontations, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.